What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another video. Kicking this off with an Algea Barn delivery. Yep, Denver, Colorado. Bought this a couple weeks back, actually, and it took a while to get here. They did do 2-day. This does arrive, priority 2-day. But because at the time there was a lot of, I'm juiced about this one, guys. I got an Ender 3 S1 Pro, so I'm getting this kind of set up too. It's just the side situation. We'll get into the tank here too. But because of the snow and everything that was going on there in like we'll call it the Midwest Plainsman area, they hit me up and they're like, yo, we were about to ship your order. But at the same time, we have a lot of stuff going on right now as far as weather conditions, so we definitely want to make sure that everything actually arrives on time. So they held it for like a week, and I was just like, obviously, I was like, I'd rather it show up, right? So definitely okay with that situation. But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a cool little update on the tank here. Let me get this flipper out of the way. So the last video, I put in 2 possum wrasse, but as you guys can see, I don't know how far we're into this, but Mandarin's still pecking away. Still pecking away. Anemone moved, in case you guys were wondering. Definitely moved it down. Not sure why, but didn't move too far. Rest of the tank, still doing great. Coral Beauty's doing good. All the clowns are doing good. There's no arguing. I'm really juiced about this hammer. Just really liking life. You know what I mean? Blasto doing really well. This anemone doing fairly well. Still don't know what's going on with that guy. This anemone still kicking. Really small. I did yank the GSP plug that I had right there. Tossed him to the back corner there. Oh, there's one of the possum wrasse. He's doing good. I fed everybody in the tank, and he came out just literally up here to the front of the glass here and literally fought one of these guys for some foods, for some ices. So not aggressive in any way, but aggressive eater. So that's good. He's going to last. He had to, you got to fight for your own in this tank. A little update on what happened with the other wrasse. Don't know. That's the update. Like I said in the last video that you guys probably saw, they were in the acclimation box, which is now in the sump area for now, like it mattered, but I'll tell you anyways. But after like 4 or 5 days, I decided to let them go. I let them go in the tank. Both of them just kind of huddled back here into the corner. The bigger one just laid there. I didn't know what the hell was going on. This little guy, wherever he went, he totally just was like, all right, I'm part of the tank now, and he was really enjoying everything. And then, like you saw in the video too, the bigger guy got stuck up in the weir, and I was like, no. I gave him a little like tap, and he quickly jetted, and he was back here in the corner, kind of like when that dark shadowy section is. Sorry, it's the camera wants to look at the water spots and just shame me, but and then that's where he laid all last night. And I was just like, maybe he just needs to chill out. You know what I mean? And I woke up in the morning, see this guy, he's still going around. I found some fleshy something in the power head. And I was like, no, he got chopped up or something, But the more I looked at it, it looked like a silverside head that I gave my anemones, and I gave this bigger one a silverside, and then I gave him another one that this guy kind of threw up, and he ate them both. So I knew in the middle of the night they were both kind of coming up. And then back there in that corner, I saw 2 hermit crabs eating something where that wrasse was, and I was worried. But when I put a flashlight there to see if I could find out, I saw like a shimmer on whatever they were eating, so I definitely don't think it was the wrasse, because the silversides have that little shimmer to them, and as you can tell with these little possum guys, or these pygmy wrasses, there's nothing really metallic on them, so I don't think it was that. Also, the fact that I don't think even all the hermits I have, if they were to all jump on a fish, I don't think they could take them out in a day. So I don't know where the other one is, but I've had these in the past. I know how they live. I know how they interact. It's probably hiding somewhere. They're really good at hiding. One really shooting for the moon idea I have is the fact that underneath this rock is my pistol shrimp and goby. And they have a pretty big cave, and I based that pretty big cave on the fact that, like, this giant mound of sand did not come from this stuff right here. Like, legit, they just tunneled out. That's a bunch of rocks, sorry. They basically tunneled out all of that back there. So my high level idea, you guys can let me know in the comments if you think this is even possible. I'd like to think it is, but I'm totally down to, you know, hear that it's not and here's why, or whatever you guys want to do. But because the wrasse was kicking it right back there up against the wall, like super pressed in, man, I would love to think that the goby or the pistol shrimp's like, hey, come move in, and then he found out like that there's a giant cave underneath this rock, which would be perfect for one of these because they just love being in the cave. Yeah, look how cool that is. He's pecking away, but he also eats frozen and mysis, so I don't think he'll be too much competition for the mandarin. But anyways, tank's doing really well. Sorry for the random update there. Let's get to the algae barn. So in typical YouTube fashion, things are just easier to do two-handed. So I just went ahead and cut it. So I opened it up. Here we go. We've got a bunch of stuff right here. Have questions, follow these stuffs, take a photo, claim, yada, 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 yada. So opening this up, what do we got here? What do we got here? We've got a Swedish fish. That's what I'm talking about. And then we've got Algea Barn. We got a sticker. Dope. So we open this up, and what do we have here? This is easy. This is actually, can I use this? This is some nice floss. Hey, maybe. Okay. And then what do we got here? We got a hand warmer. It's kind of warm still. Not so bad. And then we've got our Chaeto ball. Look at that. This is a really nice glass jar. Oh, it's hard plastic. Anyways, but I went with the golf ball size just because they didn't have tennis ball or golf ball, so I went with softball size or baseball, whatever. So that's cool. I'll put this guy right there. Boom. And then we've got right here, we've got some 5280 pods. I figured this would be, look at them. Oh man, they're scurrying. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So I went with the 5280s because I figured, like it says right here, they got Tigeropus, Tisbe, and Apocalypse. I like that. But 3 different kinds. You guys maybe can tell right here. Oh yeah, they're moving. Yeah, some of these are really tiny. Some of them you can't really tell. I'm juiced about this. So I think what I'm going to do is get these in the sump, let them float for a while, get them to acclimation. I'll definitely throw this guy in the sump right away. And I went on Amazon and I just bought like a little submergible grow light situation. That'll help with that. And these, I'm thinking either I'm going to dump them into my sump and make a refugium, or I'll split the difference and at night during the moonlight cycle, dump everything out and then put half, like give it a stir and put half in the display to make sure that the display is actually pretty well populated. And then potentially put the other half down here. As you guys can tell, this little skimmer, I had to clean him out, but he's doing his job. But I have some rock work, you know, and I still have that bag of matrix. And I'm trying to decide if it's worth putting a bunch of pods down here with the Chaeto or the Chaeto, whatever you want to call it, and actually make a legit refugium. And with the refugium and actually maybe having this protein skimmer being small enough to not disrupt too much, this might be a pretty good little pod farm down here, you know? And it basically they can live in this filter media, and then of course whatever makes it from the pump into the display, that's the whole idea. But at least I can keep the display kind of like doing well, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and then also up in here we've got OceanMagik. Sorry guys, hold on. We've got this OceanMagik live phytoplankton. So then definitely going to be dosing a lot of this, you know, give it probably better when it's open, I'm assuming. I'll figure this out. But we've got this whole setup right here, which I'm pretty juiced about. Here, you know what? This is an old YouTube trick that I'm going to pull off here. Can we get that? Hold up. Yeah. I'm going to do this in the video because that's how much I don't care right now. Look at that. Boom. That's a thumbnail, guys. You guys are going to click on that one if you get this far. Yeah. Maybe this one. Who knows? Anyways, all right, cool. Appreciate your time with that one. Yeah, either way, tank's doing super well. I'm excited about this. But I'm going to go ahead and pause this video for now. And then when I go ahead and do all this, I'll bring you guys in. But for now, I'm just going to kind of get all this stuff floating. All right, I've got my 30-gallon drum here full of water. Going to check that in a minute, but I thought I would touch on this a little bit. Trying to print an RFG, you know what I mean? But this is a Waterbox, so they do things a lot differently. Sizes are weird. The outlets of this little Y right here is like a 16 or 17 millimeter. It's not a normal lock line, so it would need to be like a 16 millimeter to a normal lock line size, and then you could grow some lock lines. But I mean, it's kind of dope, right? This is the 3D printer I have right here. I just got it for the old Christmas. Super juiced about this. Gonna print some reef parts, basically. This was on Thingiverse. If you guys aren't on Thingiverse, it's actually pretty cool. This is the turbulent one. I don't know, the guy's trying to flex, saying he made it before, you know, a specific company who's making them now. You guys can look into that on your own. This is an Ender 3 S1 Pro. Literally, it's like 4 parts out of the box, 6 screws, and I'm printing. And I just got, this is PLA, neon green PLA. Technically, you should only put PETG into the reef tank. So what I'm trying to do is get the right size. I have this one scaled down to about 70% of what the file was. It's actually a little too small, so now this one is about to be 80%. Water's turning on right now. Sorry for the background noise, but thought this would be cool to talk about. I'm gonna maybe print like a couple frag racks. I saw one that hangs over the edge right here, and you can kind of like hold some frags. Yeah, the pumps are turning on, so it's a little noisy, but yeah. Once I get the sizing down and I know that it fits, I'll go ahead and put in the PETG and print myself 2 of these out of PETG. It's just going to take a little different because this is set up for PLA right now, and apparently PETG needs a little bit hotter of a bed. So I don't know, we'll see. But oddly enough, as it's printing, it still looks almost a little too big. I don't know, so maybe I should have gone 80, but that's why we're doing it in PLA, because I can't put it in the reef tank, and I got a lot of it right now. Next morning, gonna go ahead and close this video out. I don't know about this style, guys, but it's working, But obviously, everything's going good here. I shut the protein skimmer off to give everything down here a chance. I have a light coming from Amazon that's gonna be over here. It's submergible, so I might be able to put it actually in the tank a bit. And then the light will be underwater. I might put it on the outside if I have enough room here. But either way, I do have a light for the Chaeto. It's coming. It was like a cheap Amazon light, but it can give me some pink, a little bit of blues, and I don't really want any of the whites. So there's one ball of Chaeto, and then I think there's another one somewhere. But I put like 1/4 in that jar in here, and then I just dumped the rest of them in here, and it was really cool. Shout out to Algea Barn, man. Without any of the lights, like, see all the stuff? Those are just air bubbles moving around. That's literally what it looked like with all the pods. Little different sizes. I sent a video to my friend on Instagram, and it literally, you could see little trails and stuff because it was picking it up. Oh, that's so sick. They were coming out, they were eating and stuff like that too, so that's really awesome. But that's about it for this video, guys. 5280 pods. Super dope. I got the Fido. I put that in the fridge already. I put like 15 milliliters in there because it's about a 60-gallon tank, and I have to do that like every day. And then put the rest of the pods in there. That's going to be it for this video, guys. But a little sneak peek here. I bought some coral over the break too. We got here Queen City Corals. They had a cool sale, and I just went all in. And then a little update here too. This came out really well. Little RFG fits, snaps on perfectly. So I'm starting on PLA, same color. PETG. This one printed, and it actually stopped a little bit because it fell over, which kind of sucks. But I think maybe the bed heat wasn't high enough. So I turned up the bed heat a little bit more, reran it. This one's still fine. I'll probably still run it. Didn't come out too stringy or anything, so that's kind of cool. It's a thing with PETG apparently. If any of you guys are into 3D printing and reefing, like, hit me up. Let's have a conversation in the comments. But this one's rerunning, And this one's probably got like another 20% before this one fell. So hopefully this finishes completely. If this finishes completely, I'll probably just run these both instead of running another one. But this one will be full with the lip on the inside spiral, and this one made it without the lip. So you probably definitely want the lip to kind of give the spread. Is what it is. Anyways, guys, just a cool little thing there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit you with the next one. Peace.